Can't be by you all the time, but you're on my mind. You see that you are one of the special, incredible people in my life. I know I'm gonna make you.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy MTZKING, and I'm back on your screen. I want to say to everybody who has colon cancer or Lynch syndrome, just know you're not alone. And this whole month, it is Lynch syndrome and colon cancer awareness month. I wear blue for my father, for my two uncles, for my cousin who passed away to colon cancer, and I wear blue for myself because I have Lynch syndrome. Uh, and to everybody else who has either Lynch syndrome or colon cancer, just know you're not alone. I'm with you in this. And just know that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how depressing it gets, just keep fighting and don't give up. Don't lay in bed, because the more you lay in bed, the more you feel like you're dying. I know it hurts. I know it hurts to get up and be, trying to active, but the more you try to stay active, the more that you're going to help yourself. You're going to lift yourself up. Just pray to God, and God will help you as well. He has all the power to help you and to take it away. With that being said, much love to everybody who has cancer. Whatever cancer you may have, much love, and just know you're not alone. I stand with you. And one topic I want to talk about today is somebody brought it to my attention. They're like, MTZ, how do you feel about Ariana Grande being back with Big Sean? I had already seen it. I didn't make it a big deal because at the end of the day, Ariana Grande is somebody that I fucks. When I mean fucks with, no, I didn't bang her. I mean, like, I had been watching her when she came out on Victorious. When I first seen her on that show on the very first episode, I was like, man, that girl's cute. And back then she had red hair, so I'm like, man, I'm digging this girl. She's really cute. I would love to meet her one day. And then when she came out with Cat and Sam, I was watching that show. And then after that, that's when she started making music. So I started listening to her music, and I'm just like, damn, this girl got a badass voice. Like, I dig her voice. When I heard her voice, for some reason, it reminded me of Mariah Carey. So I'm also a big ass Mariah Carey fan. But it's like, for this girl to be young, because she's only 25, she's about to be 26. For her to be young, man, she got that voice, she got some vocals that she could just hold a fucking long ass note, and I'm just like, damn. If it was for me, I would love to do a duet with her, because, man, she just got that perfect voice, like, And a lot of people would always be like, oh, she's annoying, like on Victoria's and on Sam and Cat, because, she would play that baby voice or whatever. But to me, I thought that shit was cute. To me, honestly, that shit was cute to me. And so since then, I've always have liked Ariana Grande. It's not like, oh, she just started doing music and I liked her. Like, no, I liked her since way back. I fucks with her way back then, when Victoria's came out, then when Sam and Cat came out and shit, and then when she started doing her music. And so then somebody hit me up and they're like, how do you feel that she's supposedly dating Big Sean again? At the end of the day, hey, if she's happy, that's her life. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck can I do? Like, at the end of the day, all I can do is be happy for her. Because at the end of the day, she's not my girlfriend. And I don't think that would ever happen because, she don't even know of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It would be cool to have if I could have, like, some kind of relationship with her. When I mean relationship, I don't mean a relationship like that. I mean, like, just like a close relationship, like a bond, basically. That would be cool, like with music wise and stuff, acting wise, because she's she got it in her. And I was listening to one of her songs today. So therefore, for those of you that want to know what's my opinion of her, if she's dating again, once again, Big Sean, I'm happy for her. If that's what makes her happy, let it be. The girl's been through so much since last year, and from losing the guy that she actually loved, then getting married. I mean, not getting married, getting engaged, and then her breaking it off because everybody was blaming her for Mac's death, which I don't think was right, because at the end of the day, she tried doing her part to help him from not doing the drugs and stuff. And when it comes to stuff like that, I would have done the same thing. I ran away from her relationship with drugs, because why be with somebody that does drugs when you want the best for them? You don't want somebody that really loves you. They're gonna stop you from doing the drugs. They're not gonna want you to allow you to do drugs. That's just my opinion. So I could totally agree why she, broke up with him. That was basically the reason why. Because she, like she had said, she wasn't his mama. She wasn't gonna be babysitting him. She was already tired of him. Like she had even mentioned, there was some parts, I think, where like he would get aggressive. He never did. I think she said he never laid a hand on her or anything, but like, he will get aggressive and shit. And of course, because drugs makes you do that. So it's like kind of, when people started blaming her, it was your fault because he overdosed because of you. It really wasn't her fault. He had a choice. He could have kept fighting for himself and to prove to her that he was going to get better, and probably she would have got back with him. And I felt like it just hit her so hard, because then people were like, oh, you moved on, and you got engaged like less than a month or whatever. At the end of the day, shit happens. I got with my girl back in August the 4th. By September the 15th, I had proposed to her. I had proposed to her. So it was just like, you know what I'm saying? People could say shit, but I know a lot of people, I know people that I went to school with that, that's the same shit that happened with them, They were with their girlfriends or their boyfriends. But most of the guys, because mostly the guy is the one that proposes. So, they were with their girlfriends for just like about almost a month or whatever. And next thing you know, they proposed to him. And love is love. There's no limit to love. When love is love, you're gonna do whatever it takes, because that's how love works, y'all. And so anyways, though, I was listening to this song that's called Ghosting. It is by Ariana Grande. And man, that shit had me tripping out, because like the way they did it, they had pictures like of her with Mac, and then her with Pete or whatever. And I'm just like, damn, in that song she's really explaining how she really felt. Like she was with this one dude, but at the back of her mind, she had Mac in the back of her mind. And I'm pretty sure she feels like, damn, I kind of probably did move too fast. I should have waited. But sometimes, you see, we could tell ourselves that, oh, I'm gonna put relationships on hold, because I was one of them persons. Before I got with the girl that I'm with now, I was in a relationship, and that relationship was okay, but it ended up then where I starved myself for 5-6 days. I don't know, I just didn't want to eat. I didn't want to do anything. Like, I would go to work, but I wouldn't want to eat anything. So I ended up in the hospital. With 15 to 16 bags of IV that I needed, because your boy was dehydrated. I ended up in the hospital. I was there for like 4 days, I believe. And it felt shitty, because in that 4 days, I was in the hospital by myself, yo. Like, by myself. That day, my mom couldn't be with me, because like, she was there with me the first night, but then she left. And I remember my mom taking my phone away, and she's like, I don't want you fucking messaging her, this and this and that, because that shit's just not right. That's not cool, da da da. And so I was like, nah, I'm like, all right, it's cool, whatever. And so then after that, my mom, she stayed with me that one night, but then after that, she couldn't stay with me no more, because my brother was still a baby at that time. And then my mom was already dealing with my dad because, you know, my dad had cancer. So then to have to sit there and fucking deal with my bullshit, it was like, damn. So I had told myself from that day, I was like, and my cousin who passed away, rest in peace to my cousin Christina, she had told me, she was like, bro, she was pissed off at me because she was in the hospital that same day that I was in the hospital. She was in the hospital. Man, I remember her fucking, they wheeled her to my room. And oh man, did I get the lecture of my life from her. I still remember that lecture she gave me. She's like, you're stupid. What the hell were you thinking? That bitch ain't worth it. Da da da. This and this and that. You know better than that shit. You never done that for any other female. I don't know why you're fucking doing this for her. What's so fucking special about her? And like I told my cousin, you know, it just sucks because it's like, we all have heard them words. We're gonna last forever. I'm sure everybody has heard that word from somebody. In some cases, it does happen, but in some cases, it fails. Because there's people, you see, when there's real love, you fight for it and you make it last. No matter how ugly, no matter how deep the situation could get, no matter how many fights, how many times you could bump heads. There's a lot of people out there that make it fucking work at the end of the day. Well, my cousin gave me the biggest fucking lecture, and I was just like, nah, you know, I'm gonna put dating on hold, and I'm basically gonna just, I didn't tell her I was gonna do me. Basically, I told her I was just gonna concentrate on myself. But basically, in everybody else's words, it would be, I'm gonna do me. But basically, I had told my cousin, nah, okay, you know, I'm just gonna concentrate on myself now, this and this and that. And she's like, yeah, and then watch, less than a week or so, you're gonna be talking to somebody else. And I was just like, and I stayed quiet because I was just like, fuck, that's just the type of person I was back in the day. Like, when somebody would break up with me, by the next week or so, I was already talking to somebody else. Like, you know, shit wouldn't faze me back then. But this time, honestly, I don't know why the fuck I let it get to the damn extreme. Like, I really don't know. To this day, if you ask me, I really don't fucking know. Was it worth it? Now that I think about it, hell no, it wasn't fucking worth it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't fucking worth it to do that over a fucking female that wasn't worth it. And what was crazy, because my ass was always in long distance relationships. So that's one thing everybody, like all my cousins and people would clown on me, like, why you fucking with these hoes long distance? You need to find somebody here, you know what I'm saying? And especially when it came down to my boys, how you gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Like, da 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 da. And I'm just like, you know, sometimes it don't matter about that, you know? But, I had told my cousin that, right? Well, the next thing you know, she finds out that I'm talking to. Well, I wasn't talking to this girl to talk to her like that. Oh my god, I was trying to date her. No. I was talking to this girl. We found each other on Instagram. We had each other on Instagram as friends. But you see, this girl was from out of town as well. So when my cousin found out, because like one day she was at my house, and she's like, "Damn, old girl's liking all your pictures, huh?" And she's like, and damn, you liking all her pictures, huh? But you see, that girl was the type that she wouldn't post a lot of pictures, but the pictures that she would post, she posted, and I would like them. But then she would take them off. I don't know, that was just her. And she was like, "Cuz you need to chill out with that shit." And I'm like, "Dang, can't a nigga just, you know, have a lady friend?" And she's like, "Nigga, she ain't even a lady," because at that point that girl was barely gonna be 16. And I'm like, well, damn, I ain't even trying to go out with her. I'm just trying to, you know, have somebody to talk to, like, you know, not like be my girlfriend, just somebody to talk to. Well, then this is the crazy part. That happened in June. I started talking to that girl like I'm tripping. Was it the end of June or it was the beginning of July. It was the beginning of July, because then I remember my grandfather passed away June the 28th. And you know what I'm saying? At this point, I really had nobody to talk to, only my cousin. And my cousin, she was sad because she couldn't make it to the funeral or anything, but that's because she was sick, and I believe she was in the hospital when we were burying my grandpa and stuff. No, she wasn't in the hospital. She was just not feeling good. And then look, this is where it gets more fucking crazy. Cause okay, my grandfather passed away the 28th. We buried my grandfather the 5th. I started talking to that girl. I believe it was on the 2nd. I started talking to her. That one girl that I'm telling y'all, I was just talking, just like as you know, just I guess you could say as a friend there. I was just talking to her, you know. And so then she had told me, hey, can you send me a picture of you? And I was like, why? You can just get one on my Instagram. She's like, cause what if you're catfishing me? And I was like, but we ain't even talking like that, you know? Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, yeah, sure, you know. I'm like, yeah, sure, if you want. And I told her, I'm like, well, if you want, you could video call me or whatever on you could video call me. And she was like, nah, cause I'm shy. And I'm like, nah, well, I think now you're catfishing me. And she was like, nah, I'll send you a video of me talking, and you send me a video of you talking. And which was weird, because everybody knows that I'm the fucking nigga that I will always have videos of me talking and shit on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever. And she's like, but say my name. So I'm just like, oh, we're playing that kind of game now. And I'm like, all right, then, well, then you say my name too, so I can know that that it's really you. So we did that. We exchanged like a video. It was nothing big. It was just like, hey, you know, I'm not catfishing you. You know, my name's Jordan. Da da da. So then she sent me one too, and then I was like, man, you got a baby ass voice. And she started laughing. She's like, yeah, that's what all my friends tell me. This and this and that. And then I remember her telling me, she's like, are you the jealous type? And I was like, yes, when I'm in a relationship, yes. And she's like, man, I'm tired of seeing you get hurt. She's like, you need to find you a girl that's gonna love you and not hurt you. And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, yeah. She's like, we've been Instagram friends for a minute. She's like, and I seen that all these girls been hurting you. She's like, and I know these girls. She's like, I wanted to tell you so bad, you know, like, that, you know, they were doing you wrong. She's like, because you just seem so damn loyal and honest and faithful and shit. She's like, but I didn't think that it was my right to tell you anything. And I was like, well, maybe if you would have told me, it would have not wasted my fucking time on these damn females that were trash. So at this point, I'm just like, oh, all right, then that's cool. And she's like, nah, you know, you need to find you a girl, a woman, an actual woman that's gonna love you and, you know, respect you and not put you out on fucking blast and shit like these females. She's like, they try to make themselves look good, but in reality, they're the ones being hoes. And I was just like, man, like, damn. Like, you know, a 15-year-old, almost 16-year-old is telling me this shit. So then I remember this comes into the part. Then we buried my grandfather on the 5th, and that day she had messaged me, and she was like, hey, you know, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm right here. I'm like, we're getting ready to put my grandfather down to rest. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry for your loss. You know, she's like, just know, you know, he's in a better place, looking down on you. Da da da. And I was like, yeah. And I was just like, yeah, it's kind of hard though, because I can't cry. I'm like, I'm trying to stay strong for my mom and stuff, you know. And she was like, nah, yeah, you know, I understand. And she was like, but you know, she's like, I'll let you go so, you know, you can spend time, you know, you say your last goodbyes, you know, to your grandfather. And I was like, nah, this ain't goodbye. This is I'll see you later. And she's like, yeah, you know, just see it that way. And I was like, yeah, you know, that's cool. So then it's crazy because the 5th is my girlfriend who I'm now with. That's her birthday. And it's crazy because I didn't start talking to her. I knew of her because we went to not middle school. I'm tripping like a motherfucker. We went to high school together. And from the first day that I seen her, I liked her. When I saw her, I was like, damn, that girl's fucking fine than a motherfucker. She was wearing a color this shirt. And I was like, man, that girl's fucking fine than a motherfucker. And I had told my cousin. Because then I see my cousin talking to her. And I was like, hey, what's that girl's name right there? And she's like, that's what she told me. She's like, her name's Adriana. And I was like, well, man, I'm like, put me down. She's like, nah, cuz. And I was like, why not? And she was just like, no. And I was like, well, why? She's like, you put yourself down. I was like, fuck. Because I was kind of the shy nigga. When it came out to asking girls out, I was kind of shy, you know? So I was just like, man, you know, she probably ain't gonna like me. Because when I seen her, you know, they used to hang around with nothing but thug ass niggas. I wasn't no thug ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? I was just me. So I'm like, she's probably into these thug ass niggas. Like, if I go to her and be like, start talking to her and then be like, hey, you know, you want to be my girl, she's probably gonna turn me down. And that was one thing I did not like, to get turned down. Well, years pass or whatever, and my cousin's like, me and my cousin were chilling, and we had actually went to go see one of her cousins because they had killed her cousin or whatever, and we had went to the cemetery, and it was already pretty late, shit. And I remember we hadn't even stopped and bought pizza and wings, and we were eating in the car, and then we got there and we were just there chilling. And then that's when my girl hit her up and told her, hey, come by my house, whatever, you know, we're right here, we're chilling or whatever. And she's like, my cousin's like, well, all right. So then she's like, I got my cousin with me. And she's like, fuck it, whatever, just come through. At this point, I don't think my girl knew what cousin she was talking about. She said she had her cousin. She didn't say what cousin or anything. So then, when I remember we pulled up and we parked, and man, don't y'all know, guys, I was nervous. I had butterflies in my stomach, and I was just like, what the fuck, man? I never thought this day would ever happen. I didn't ever think I was gonna end up. So I told my cousin, I was like, you know what, cuz, just give me a minute, I need to chill. She's like, why? She said, man, fuck your girl. Cause at that time I had a girl. She said, man, fuck your girl. You already with her. I like, no, this ain't even about her, yo. I'm like, this is just about when I see her, how I'm getting butterflies and everything. This girl was my high school crush, y'all. Like, y'all don't understand. I was just like, and you see, I was already having problems with this other idiot that I was going out with. So I really didn't care at the point no more. I was just like, man, whatever happens, happens. Because she had cheated on me 3 times. So I was just like, man, whatever happens, happens. But I knew nothing was going to happen, though. Because at that point, my girl, you know, she was with her baby daddy. And he was there. But, you know, something could have happened because the dumbass was drunk and all fucked up. So, you know, when I seen her, we got off the car or whatever, and I seen her. She was just checking me out. I told her to this day, like, yeah, I saw you. You were just checking me out. And then she was like, yeah, you were just with your head down. And I was like, well, Doug, I was fucking shy. Like, I had a hat on that day, and man, I was just cheesing so hard that I think my cheeks even then turned red. And then so they offered me a beer, and I was just like, fuck, like, damn, like, I don't want to drink because I already know how I get when I drink. Like, I don't fight, but, you know what I'm saying, you know, where you want to, you know, where you get freaky dicky. So I was just like, fuck, god damn, I really don't want to drink. But I'm like, whatever. So they gave me a beer. It was a Budweiser, I remember. So I was drinking it. I was pretending like I was texting, but I really wasn't texting. And then I remember her asking me, she's like, what does MTZ stand for? And I was like, Martinez, that's my last name. She's like, ugh, that's an ugly ass last name. I was like, what? I'm like, oh, hell no. Nah. But the only reason she said that, because I was her fucking baby daddy last name too. And I'm like, hell no, nah, that's a badass last name. And so we're just there chilling, talking and shit. And I was just like, fuck, like, y'all don't know how bad, like, because where her house is like, it's her house, and then, like, on the side, there's, like, a bush thing where we had actually went through. Y'all don't know how bad I just wanted to pull her back there and just fucking give her a fucking kiss and be like, man, you know what, I like you. But, you know, her baby daddy was right there. I really didn't give a fuck, because we would have came down and thrown, but I wasn't gonna fight for a girl that at the end of the girl wasn't even mine at the time, you know. So then, we left it at that. Then another day, you know, we ended up at the cemetery, visiting my little nephew. well, it's my cousin's little baby boy who passed away or whatever. And it was me, my cousin, and her sister-in-law, and my little niece, and then my cousin's little niece. So then my girl hit her up and like, hey, you should come through. Da, da, da. And she's like, well, I got the whole crew with me. And she's like, fuck it, y'all just come. She's like, I got my cousin and my sister-in-law. Da, da, da. So I was like, damn, here we go. And then my cousin was like, you want to go or are you going to get butterflies again? She had made that comment. And then her sister-in-law was like, butterflies? What y'all talking about? She's like, nothing, niggas. Stop being nosy. And then I was just like, fuck. And man, like I just couldn't stop staring at her because like, to me, she just fine as hell. Like anybody could say anything else, but like, even she said my girl says her, she's like, man, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm this, I'm that. Man, to me, she fucking fine as hell. I don't know why, but honestly, I think she's the finest girl I've been out with. I ain't saying that just because she's my girl. That's just how I really feel. And I'm just like, fuck. And so we got there. So then next thing you know, they're like, oh, let's buy pizza or whatever. And then I was like, fuck it. So then my cousin's like, you want to go with me? Or I take my sister-in-law. And I'm like, nah, I'll go with you. Because I was like, that shit's going to really feel super fucking awkward. Being in a damn room with a girl that I fucking like, you know, that's going to be awkward. So I live with my cousin. And then my cousin's like, what's up? How you feeling? Or what? And I'm like, damn, I just really fucking like her. And she's like, well, tell her. And I'm like, no, because if I tell her, what the fuck, you know, what is, you know, she don't feel the same way. So then after that, we left it at we got the pizza, the wings, whatever. Then we were just talking, and then when we got there, we were talking and stuff. All of us, all four, hold on. Because it was me, my cousin, her sister-in-law. Oh, yeah, it was all four of us. We were in the room talking or whatever. And we were just like, we're like, man, yeah, we should go on to the movies and this and this and that. And then they were talking about like who they would go with, and then they're like, and then so then they looked at me and they looked at her because apparently at that time she wasn't with her baby daddy anymore, or some shit. He was locked up. I don't know, one of the situations. It was some shit, locked up, or she just wasn't with him no more at that time. Or something about like he wouldn't go. I don't really remember. It was something like that though. But then they're like, "Who are you gonna go with?" And I'm like, "I don't need nobody to go with. I'm sitting in the movie theater by myself. I don't give a fuck." And then they're like, "Nah, that'll just be fucked up and this and that." So then, I swear I thought my cousin was gonna be like, "Or you can sit with Adriana," but then I was like, please don't say that. You're gonna make it feel awkward." Well, then. That was in 2015 when that, 2015 I believe when that happened. In 2016 she hit me up. That was around the same time that, you know, I was talking to this girl, but not like that. But I did have that girl as my screensaver. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna deny that because she saw it. She's even like, damn nigga, you moved on fast. And I was like, yeah, it's my girlfriend. Me playing around with her. But then I was like, nah, I'm like, she's not my girlfriend. I'm like, she's just a girl that I just, you know, talk or whatever I'm talking to. Like, but I'm not talking to like that. I'm like, she's just like, I guess you could say like a friend, some shit. Like, but I'm like, she ain't my girlfriend though. And she's like, oh, she looks young. And I'm like, nah, she is young. I'm like, that's why, you know, I ain't trying to fuck with these young girls no more. And so from there, she picked me up because we went to go see my cousin at the hospital and shit. And from the moment that I got in her car, like, it's like we just clicked. I was making her laugh. And, of course, I was coming on to her. I was flirting with her because, of course, I liked her. When I like you, I'm going to fucking flirt with you. Unless I'm in a relationship, I'm not going to flirt with you. But if I like you and if I'm single, of course, if I'm dating you, I'm going to flirt with you. But if not, I have respect for my partner. So I started telling her all this stuff. And okay, as being a guy, as being a man, you know what I'm saying? We got off the car or whatever. Well, it was a van, and I was tripping out like, dang, you got a Lamborghini, girl, because her doors, you know how some vans that like the doors they open up, we can press a button and they open. So I was like, dang, girl, I started telling her like, dang, girl, you got a Lamborghini up in this bitch. And she's like, hell yeah. And so we were there joking around and shit about her car. And then, like, we were getting to the elevator. So she beat me to the elevator. And I was just like, dang, old girl got a booty. That's what popped in my head. Shit, I was like, oh, god damn. God damn, god damn. Guess what movie I got that shit from. But anyway, so, I was like, damn, you know, and from that moment, you know, when she was coming to drop me off, she was just like, hey, you know, are you down to go eat one of these days and this and this and that? I'm like, I'm down. I'm like, just hit me up, let me know whenever, you know. I'm down. I'm like, usually I'm not doing anything because I'm like, I don't talk to anybody. And she was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, yeah, I don't got friends, I don't talk to nobody, so I'm always basically at home just chilling, or, you know, just either with my mom or my dad, or, you know, just chilling. And she's just like, oh, all right then. Man, from that day, she, like, we messaged every day. Finally, then that Friday came around and she was like, hey, are you down to go out to eat? And I was like, yeah, I'm down. And she's like, well, where do you want to go? And I'm like, it don't matter, wherever you want, you know. Me being a dude, I always let the girl choose. Like, I really ain't picky. Even if I don't like the place, I'll still fucking sacrifice and eat whatever. I don't care. So I was like, yeah, I'm down. And then she was like, but is it okay if my niece comes? And then I was like, fuck. Because at that time was going to be the time where I was going to try to, you know, I was going to sit down, you know, and be like, hey, you know, I really like you. You know, will you want to be my girlfriend? But I'm like, now since her niece is coming along, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Like, hell nah, I can't do that like in front of somebody else. So I'm like, hell nah, I'm really gonna be nervous. And so we went, and it was funny because we went to TGI Fridays, and then we ended up at Chili's. We had fucking only what did we fucking have at TGI Fridays? I think we just had appetizers at TGI Fridays, and then we went to Chili's and we ate there at Chili's or whatever. And then, like, she had just dropped me off, and she was already messaging me, and I was like, damn, I think she's digging me. I'm like, man, you know what? I'm gonna have to tell her sooner or later, you know. So then, after that night, she's like, hey, are you down to go with me to the mall on, you know, tomorrow, which was Saturday, which was already basically the next day. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm down. She's like, are you gonna do anything? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I think I'm just supposed to go to my grandma's house just for a little bit. I'm like, but you know, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm like, but if you could pick me up from there, you know, I'll go. I'm down to go with you. So she was like, all right, yeah. So yeah, she hit me up. So she picked me up. We went out to the mall and stuff because she was looking for a dress for bride. She was gonna be a bridesmaid or whatever for one of her friends, one of her coworkers or whatever. And so she was getting dresses for two of her little girls. And so I was like, yeah, you know, I'm like, I'm down, whatever. And so we went or whatever, and you know, we had a good time. Then we ended up going to the movies, and our first movie, we went to go see Bad Moms. And I remember telling her, man, sit over here, sit closer. Because the movie theater, the one we went to Urban Mall, and there you could raise the seats. So, you know, I'm trying to not bust a move like that, but I'm trying to, you know, have her close to me. And she's like, nah, you switch these, you sit over here. So I'm like, all right, what I did. Guys, I almost did it. I almost kissed her, but then I was like, fuck, what if she slaps me? Because, you know, that's most girls, you know, they'll fucking end up slapping the nigga. So I was like, nah, fuck that, I can't do that shit. So then we got out of the movies, and then it was already late as fuck. It was like 1 a.m, and I told her, like, hey, are you hungry? Me just trying to have more time with her. So I'm like, hey, are you hungry? And she was like, well, yeah. She was like, well, what you want to eat? I'm like, it's all me. And I was like, you want Denny's? And she's like, yeah, but we didn't know any close by around where we were at. And the only Denny's I knew was the one that was around the area where I used to live. So we ended up going there and we ate, and then I told her also, well, you're not gonna sit next to me? And so the next thing you know, she ended up moving. This time, since I moved at the movie theater, then she ended up switching seats and sitting next to me or whatever. And you know, we ate whatever and we had a good time. And then that's when we probably spent a week just talking. Then I remember August the 3rd came around and I told her, man, I need to tell you something, but through a message. I was like, I need to tell you something. And she was like, yeah. She's like, what's up? And I was like, I really like you. And I was like, I was wondering if you want to be my girlfriend. But then I saw the date and I was like, don't give me an answer today though. I like, don't give me an answer today. I like, if you're gonna give me an answer, wait till tomorrow. Cause I wanted it to be the 4th to be our anniversary. So then I wake up to a message because I was gonna get ready to go to work. I wake up to a message and she's like, hey, or no. Yeah, I think it was a message or a phone call, one of the two, damn it. And she was like, you remember what you asked me last night? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, yes, I do. And I was like, yes, you do. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, you asked me if I wanted to be your girlfriend. And I was like, I'm like, damn, you catching me. I'm half asleep here. I'm thinking I'm dreaming and shit, you know? So now that like all this, I'm telling y'all all this because y'all heard this in previous videos because I talk about this a lot. But this comes back to this song of Ariana Grande's too. It's like I tell her, without her, I feel like there's no me. Cause I feel like God sent me my girl in my darkest times. I have been hurt. I have been cheated on. I have been played. I have been used for money. I have been used for all of that. And all I ever got was disrespected from all them females that I went out with. And like I say, I don't mind if when I'm in a relationship, I don't mind if you want to call them homegirls, friends, but girls only. But dudes, that I'm sorry, but that don't roll in my book. Because at the end of the day, niggas are niggas and niggas will do whatever. Trust me, because I'm a nigga. But I'm not that type of nigga. Because I know my boundaries. And I guess a lot of these other females, that's the reason why they would do it. Because I wasn't there. And because, you know what I'm saying, they were just hosts like that. And they will get mad when I will be like, hey, what the fuck, you know, why you doing what you doing talking to a nigga, da-da-da. So, it's like I told my girl, you know, I'm like, I've been hurt in my past, though. I don't want to get hurt, and I especially don't want to get cheated on. And so, she was like, nah, you know, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to cheat on you. She's like, because I kind of been through the same stuff, too. And when I was listening to the song of Ariana Grande's Ghosted, I'm just like, damn, like, literally, I think if I was to pass away, I think she would go crazy. Cause think about it, she done lost her best friend, which is my cousin. I'm like the closest thing that she has to my cousin. If I was to lose her, I would go crazy because she's basically the only person. She's like, she's my girl. She's my soulmate. She's my wife. She's my best friend. She's my everything, you know? She's my world. And like I say, yeah, no relationship is perfect. But when I was listening to this song, tears started running down my eyes because I'm like, I can't picture life without her. Because I love her to death. And you know, a lot of people been passing. A lot of people been going through a lot of shit. Then it makes me think about my life, you know, because it's like, you know, me having to go through surgery again and all this stuff. And, you know, there's people that pass having surgery. And it's like, knowing a lot about somebody that you love, it's like you don't want to see them hurt. Like eventually we're all gonna have to die one day, but it's just like, damn, that song of Ariana Grande hit me hard because it hit me to the point where I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to ever get that call, or I don't ever want to find out that something happened to my girl, because I will go crazy. Like literally legit, I would go crazy. And I'm sure if something happened to me, I'm sure she would probably fucking be in disbelief, because we could be mad at each other. We could go like days without talking without each other. But at the end of the day, we end up talking back to each other because we both know deep in our heart we need each other. Whether we could fucking sit there and cuss each other out, disrespect each other, but at the end of the day, we know. We both know at the end of the day we both got each other's backs. And I don't want it to have to ever feel. I don't ever want to have her to feel like, damn, I lost something good, you know. It's the same thing with me. I don't want to ever have to feel that. So that song of Ariana Grande got me like, damn. So if y'all haven't heard it, go hear it. It's called Ghosting, and that shit had tears to my eyes because it just had me thinking about my girl. Like that's my world. That's my everything right there, man. That no matter through whatever bullshit we've been through, you know. But you could go through the storm, you could go through the weather, but things could be fixed. But you know, sometimes it takes time. It's not, you can't just snap your fingers and expect it to be like, oh yeah, everything is good and gravy. Like, nah, things can be fixed, but it's just gonna take time. So if you love somebody, hold on tight to them and don't let go, because man, life's too precious and life is too short. This is more like a story time than a vlog, because it's already gonna probably be long enough. But I just want y'all to know that when you love somebody, fight for them like no other. Because like they say, there's only one person in this life that will really, really, truly love you. And we'll move mountains and we'll move seas just to show you that they love you. Even if they disrespect you. But with that being said, guys, much love. Thanks for all the love and support. And I appreciate each and everybody's support from the bottom of my heart. And I am chilling like a villain. I ain't on penicillin, because that shit will kill me. And shout out to Ariana Grande too, man. Big shout out to you. Shit. I got to see her in concert, but I didn't get to meet her. But one day, hopefully, I'll get to meet her. But everybody talking shit about her. Leave her alone, man. Just let her live her life. Let her be happy. That girl done been through so much, like I said. But she's showing people, even though she's been through so much, she's climbing mountains, man. She's the first youngest artist to fucking have 3-4 songs on billboards back to back, 1 2 3 4 or 1 2 3. Like that girl's talented, man. So to everybody disrespecting her, talking shit about her, like they say, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't always believe what people say on the media, because half of the time they're making a bullshit, man. It's like people over here talking about, I got shot. The fuck? When the fuck did I get shot? Because from what I know of, I'm always in my damn room. What, I got shot by a Nerf gun? Like, I don't even, and then talking about that I gangbang. I don't even gangbang. My girl even knows my favorite color. Yes, my favorite color is red and green. And I wear green with black, and I wear red with black, or white or khaki or whatever. And like I started wearing blue when I found out, you know, about the awareness and stuff. But I hardly wear, like, I hardly dislike this color, but that's only because it has to do with something that happened back in high school with some punks. But anyways, though, I'm like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm still, it looks good on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't really discriminate on any color. 'Cause I wear orange, yellow. I even wear pink shit. Uh, uh, I used to own a purple shirt, but that was way back when. But I used to wear purple back in the day too. That's my girl's favorite color anyway. Uh, but yeah, man. So, babe, just know that I love you with all my heart, and no matter what, I'm always gonna love you because you are the love of my life. And shout out to Ariana Grande for that song. But damn, girl, you made me cry. But much love, and I will see y'all tomorrow. And I'm out. Though. Chill.